Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I feel like I haven't done a video like this for so long. So today I thought I would do a theatre review. Now I haven't done one of these on my channel for a while. I just kind of stopped doing them. I don't know, because I was like, I don't know if anyone really would want to watch these types of videos, but I've actually had quite a lot of requests for different like shows and stuff like, oh, what did you think of this? What did you think of that? So then I thought, well, maybe I'll start doing them again for things I go and see. Now, I'm not an expert, but I do love musicals, I do love plays, I do love theatre in general. So I thought that I would start it up again, and I thought it would be a really nice thing for people, because sometimes it's difficult when you're deciding what you want to go and see, and like, you know, theatre's really expensive and you want to know that you're spending your money on something that you're going to enjoy, or that's kind of the kind of thing that you wanted to see. So that's why I want to start doing these again. They're not going to be like overly technical, but I think I'm going to come at it from more of like the less kind of like professional lingo type things, and just the more kind of basic like, would you like it? Is it suitable for kids? Is it a good show? Blah blah blah. Before we get into the video, if you haven't already, please consider subscribing. Click the subscribe button. I post 2, sometimes 3 new videos every single week, and they're mostly about theatre or just the goings on of my life, which mainly involves theatre. Oh, and follow me on Twitter and Instagram as well. My handle is Georgie Ashford. I'll leave it up. My theatre review today is all about the musical Company. Thought I had it the wrong way around then. I was like, Company. So I went to watch this last Friday at the GIELGUD Theatre. So that's on like, if you know London, there's the kind of bit right by Piccadilly Circus where Les Miserables and Thriller, and there's lots and lots of theatres all the way up to Harry Potter just along that road. It's kind of like right next to Les Mis, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous theatre. So me and my boyfriend went, and we got, actually, there's a great thing that you can do for more affordable tickets. There is an app called TodayTix. I will leave a link to it in the description box as well for you to check out. Basically, they do loads and loads of kind of affordable tickets, ticket deals on there. They do lots of, what are they called? Basically, there was this thing where like on the day of a show, you could go and queue outside the theatre, which I've done on several occasions, really, really early, and you could get day seats. So you go and queue, and basically they release a certain amount of tickets for like the front row of a show, and they're like £15, sometimes £10, you know, varies on the show. It's just a great way of people who maybe can't afford like the premium ticket prices to be able to go and see the shows they want to see. And they've now got this great app called TodayTix, and you can basically go on it on the day, and you can kind of like apply for, it's called the lottery, that's what it's called, the TodayTix lottery, and you kind of get put into a lottery, and then I guess names get like picked out of a hat, like a metaphorical hat, and you can win tickets for that evening's performance of a certain show, and they're like really, really cheap, and it's really great. But I got these tickets on TodayTix, but it was called Rush Tickets. So for this show and a few other shows, basically at 10 AM they put on a certain amount of, what was it, £25 tickets, and it's kind of like first come, first serve really. Now, I was meant to go on at 10 AM to do this, and I was in a class, and the class overran, so I missed 10 AM. But then I happened to go on there again at like 10:45, and there were tickets, so I just immediately bought them. We were in row V of the stalls, so we kind of had like a little bit of an overhang off the balcony, but it didn't matter because they didn't really do anything up high in the show anyway, so we didn't miss anything. They were right in the middle, we could see everything, they were brilliant seats. £25 each, and I just thought that was such a good deal. There's quite a few musicals on there, so definitely check out TodayTix if you want to get some good, affordable tickets for shows. Company has just recently opened in the West End. It was in previews when we went to see it. And basically, Company is a musical written by Stephen Sondheim, and it says on the front, a musical comedy. So what's really interesting about this production is that in the original version of Company, the lead character, who is called Bobby, which is played by Rosalie Craig, who was on the front here with a balloon, was originally intended to be played by a man. So the whole thing was centred around this man who was turning 35. It's all about how him and his friends, he has loads of friends who are in couples, and they all come together to celebrate his 35th birthday. It kind of focuses on his relationships with each of the couples, and how they're all kind of trying, he's like a single 35-year-old man, and they're kind of saying, isn't it time you get married, and kind of talking about those kind of themes and the pressures of society and all that kind of thing when you get to a certain age. And it is set in New York City, which I just love anything to do with New York. But yeah, so in this production, they actually swapped over the lead role to be played by a woman, which I think is a really interesting idea, especially for the world we now live in. And it's hard for me to say because I've never actually seen Company the way that it was performed originally. I didn't know much about it going into it. But what I will say is I watched it, and if I hadn't known that they had changed some of the characters, so they changed this character around, and they also changed, I think, a few of the other characters just to kind of make it work, and one of the couples was changed to be a gay couple who were getting married, instead of a man and a woman. Yeah, so there were a few kind of swaps here and there, but it was just absolutely seamless. It wasn't clunky or anything like that. I said to my boyfriend, because it's one of my boyfriend's favourite shows, so he obviously knew it really, really well, but I said to him, if I hadn't been told that they changed it, I wouldn't have known. It was so seamless and just worked. It's absolutely, I'm just going to say it now, it was amazing. It was the best thing I've seen all year, and if you can go and see it, I would highly, highly recommend it. It has got one of the best casts I have seen in anything on the West End, across the board, in a very long time. Obviously, Rosalie Craig was absolutely phenomenal, and she does, you know, lead the cast, but everyone else in it was incredible. Yeah, I just thought it was just amazing. Like, everything about it was amazing. I really didn't have any expectations, like I said, because I just didn't know the show that well. I really love Stephen Sondheim. There's loads of Stephen Sondheim musicals that I love. It just never been something that I had really paid much attention to, and now I am listening to the soundtrack all the time because it's just amazing. It's not really a kid-friendly show. I'd say if you have really young children, they probably wouldn't really get it, because it's all very much based on like adult themes and life as an adult, you know, marriage and like relationships and all that kind of thing. So I don't think kids would get it, and also some bits are a little bit inappropriate for really young children. It is hilarious. I was like lolling, and I don't really loll out loud at things. I'm not a loller, but I definitely laughed a lot. It was just brilliant. So it was composed by Stephen Sondheim, who, if you don't know, Stephen Sondheim is an amazing, amazing composer. He's so famous and just amazing. He wrote things like Sweeney Todd, Into the Woods, Merrily We Roll Along, Follies, A Little Night Music. He's done some absolutely incredible work, and honestly, I think this is now my favourite Sondheim that I've ever listened to or seen. Like, it was just fantastic. I just keep saying how fantastic it was, but it really was. One thing that was absolutely amazing about it was Patti LuPone was in it. Patti LuPone played Joanne. So Joanne is kind of the, I'd say like the slightly older figure in the show, and she kind of like narrates on a few bits, and she gets like this amazing song called The Ladies Who Lunch. She's just a Broadway legend. She's absolutely amazing, and it was just so cool to get to watch her perform in real life. Like, absolutely amazing. Mel from The Bake Off was in it, and she was fantastic. It wasn't, you know, like celebrity casting at all. She was absolutely fantastic. The direction was fantastic. One other thing that I thought was absolutely amazing about it was the set. The set was so seamless, and I feel like it's something you don't really notice unless the set's bad. I mean, I know I noticed it because it was good, but I think it's because I've seen quite a few sets and like seen how they work and stuff, but this set was so seamless. It just, one thing blended into another, one scene blended into another so effortlessly. Honestly, there was some, oh my gosh, there was some such hilarious bits where like people were coming out of cakes and like out of fridges, and it was just so surprising but so clever and just made so much sense. And yeah, so I thought the set was such a highlight for me, and I just came away from it just feeling so good and like buzzing, and it was just something so different to everything else that's on in the West End. It is definitely one not to be missed. I would really recommend going to see it. Just everything about it was amazing, and if you're someone that is interested in musical theatre and maybe is going to drama school, or someone that is interested in going away to drama school, definitely go and watch it. It's such a masterclass in acting, singing, dancing, being on stage, making set, directing, like musical supervise. Everything about it was beautiful. The music was beautiful. Just, I cannot say enough how good it was. If you are looking for something to go and see at the moment, Company is on, let me see when it's on till. It's only until the 22nd of December. Oh my gosh, I hope it extends, because it's honestly, it should be there forever. It's so good. So yeah, definitely go and catch it while you still can. It's absolutely amazing. So there you go, that's my little review. It's not the most in-depth, kind of intelligent review by any stretch. I know for a fact there's much better reviewers out there. I just wanted to give you my personal opinion on it, and I wanted to give it to you in a way that was a bit more kind of approachable and just kind of gave you my honest opinion and the facts and whether or not it was worth you going to see. And it definitely is. Company is absolutely amazing. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up so that I know, and subscribe to my channel for lots and lots of theatre videos like this one and more reviews and things like that. I will leave a link to the website to get tickets for Company in the description box, as well as Today Ticks and all of that good stuff. I hope that you have a lovely rest of the day, and I'll see you again in my next video. Bye!